Alright guys, I've been heating this sucker up for about the past 7 minutes or so. The outside's got to be close to 300 degrees by now. Let me see. It's only at 260, but that's perfect. Bottom of the block's at 201. That's good enough because I know the inside's at close enough to 200. Can't afford to just keep heating this thing to the moon, man. Just try and get this thing fired up real quick. This thing is absolutely insane. It's a Nova B5R. It's brand new internals. I guess it's the Evo internals. Got the new engine break-in technique going on, and it seemed to work pretty good. I already fired it up the first time, and it was so smoky because all the motor oil that I used for the assembly lube. I gotta keep some heat in it because it loses its heat fast. And it was so smoky, it smoked up this whole room so fast I could only keep it on for like a minute or two. But it worked significantly by heating up the engine and letting it cool with the piston at top dead center, and then letting it cool and then moving the piston down to the middle of the stroke, and then letting it cool and then heating it back up, and then moving the piston down to the bottom of the pinch. Oh man, it made all the difference. I did that for 2 days. This glow plug igniter's got issues, so I gotta hold it on there just right. Let me check the temperature. Oh man, that thing's hot. I can feel it already. 270. I guess just gonna take my word on that. 269. Good enough. Let's get this thing fired up, man. So I gave the I didn't want to idle because there was so much oil in there. So I raised the idle set screw a quarter of a turn. Let's try and start it. See, before it would have locked up. It's a lot better. Well, plug igniter don't want to stay on there. There we go. Come on, glow plug igniter. Could be I just have my squish band too wide. So I got it at about 28 instead of 26. Might need to take another head shim out since it's having a hard time running, idling. Watch out, this is moving. There it is. Yeah, I did open it up a little bit. Let's see if that'll work at all. Gotta be the head shim or something. Not liking that at all. Something's wrong. It's idling. I can't believe it. Even though the idle's high, it'll settle down. That's a big thing, I hope. I think. Oh, leaned out like that. I shut it down before it got too lean. That's weird. That's alright, that's good enough for a little heat cycle. Just let it chill for a minute. I'm gonna have to assess what's going on with this bad boy. If I'm gonna need more squish or what. Anyway, that's good enough for the first or second heat cycle. I guess I'll call it the first heat cycle because the first one I just fired it up just to see if I could get it going, and I just fired up for like a minute or so. So that one was like technically the first real heat cycle where it got up to 300 and got to stay there for a little bit. So anyway, we got our first heat cycle in with the Nova, and I have to check the squish on it because, well, I don't know. It just didn't seem like it wanted to idle too well. So, yeah, it's probably got too much squish or whatever, makes it hard to idle. But, anyway, that was a success in my book. Let me check, make sure the piston's at bottom dead center. Alright, we're good. Yeah, so my technique worked, where I used that technique of heating up the, pulling off the cooling head, heating up the engine until the sleeve was at 200 with the piston. Well, then heating it up until the sleeve was at 200 or 220, and then move the piston to top dead center and then let it cool. And then heat it up again and then move it down a little bit and heat it down and then heat it up again. After you let it cool, move it down a little bit more and then cycle it back up to the middle and then to the top. And then the middle and the bottom, and then the middle and the top, middle of the bottom, middle of the top. Did that over and over probably a half a dozen times. Made all the world of difference here on the box. So the second day on the box now, when I go to push on it, like it doesn't get stuck, and I have to use the the flathead blade screwdriver to try and unstick the flywheel. So it made a world of difference. The only concern I have is that my squish band might be a little bit too big, because when I measured it, it was just a little bit bigger than 26 thousandths of an inch. So anyway, I thought that would be good enough for break-in, and I'm still making plenty of smoke. So, oh yeah, that reminds me, let me dump that oil out. Put it over on the side like that, so all the oil will run out. You can see where the oil ran out last time. That's all the motor oil I used for the assembly lube. I'll put it like that. Let all the oil run out. Anyway, that's the Nova B5R with all the new internals that Nova sent me. I'm getting it broke in with the Dynamite 053 pipe and the what's it called, zero Bones Brew 30% with the 8% oil. But I did add a little bit of oil to it. And plus there's that assembly lube, but that was only on the first tank, but on the first, anyway. So I did add a little bit of oil, but in any event, there was still plenty of oil. You could see that. I had to turn the idle up just to like a quarter of a turn and then back it off like an eighth of a turn, so it's only up like an eighth of a turn over what its stock setting should be. So that's pretty good in my book. Anyway, I'll be getting the new gears soon. I'll get the modified or M1 Mod 1 gears. I'll get the 40 and the 16. And hopefully they fit on this bad boy. If not, then we'll have to put them on the Kyosho. Do a speed run with that bad boy. Anyway, That's what we got, guys. The Nova B5R is almost ready. That was the first little heat cycle, man. I'm super stoked, dude. So just a few more heat cycles. I can get it on the road. And then, oh, and I bought the Gorilla Glue. Yeah. So I got to glue the tires. The Banditos came unglued. Anyway, hopefully this Gorilla Glue works. If not, then haha. Yeah. We'll just keep at it. That's the way it is. Just like Haggard was saying, then they keep at it. You don't give up, you know. Here we go. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Later. Later. Oh yeah, that's what he said. He's like, yo, in the States, y'all pronounce the R like real R. He's like, y'all say later. That's funny. Later.